So, hi, I'm Sam again. Now that I'm recording, probably should have done that way before now. We're going to go through our IPAs. I want to make sure I don't forget about this. We have a huge promo going on this weekend. So make sure you're talking about that in your stories. Go live, go face to face. There is not a single day. I don't care what I'm doing, what my schedule is. I am live all the time. I am on my stories all the time. I like to have my people feel my energy. I like for them to see me face to face, to have a connection with me. And that's how I build intentional relationships with people. I like to really interact in my cat mom groups. Like, yeah, I'm red girl. So I'm going to try to pull back from that. I'm really loud. I'm blunt. I'm excited. I'm hyped. With Vitas, it's like Thrive took me out of my funk, y'all. So let's get going. I want to run through these because if not, I will go on a rant for hours. So let's take this time and be intentional. A lot of us are probably super busy this weekend. For people that work full time, you're probably like, oh, 3 days off. Nah, go work your business, sis. Take this time. I told Rochelle this morning, I was like, I am not going to a party this weekend. I am working my business for the next 3 days intentionally because I don't have a full-time job that is interfering in my schedule. So let's take this time. Let's be intentional. I'm going to try not to take 5 hours because your girl likes to talk. So I'm going to let's start with Instagram. I kill 2 birds on 1 stone. If you guys haven't taken a picture of this work with me yet, go ahead and do that. I'm going to too. Go ahead if you're showing your face and smile. So I always take a picture of that. I'll post it while we're working through. I'll post it on my stories. So that way, while I'm interacting and people are going to look at my stories, they see the community that we have here. I've been having a lot of conversations with people recently that are in other companies that do not have the community that we have here. They don't have the options. They don't have the trainings. They don't have different leaders from all different walks coming on here and pouring into you every single day. If you are not intentional with these work with me's or off of them, what are you doing? Because I used to hate IPAs. I'll tell you that right now. I hear Hasty say that all the time. Girl, I'm the same way. I used to hate them. But when you have fun with them and you don't treat them like a chore and you actually are intentional with them and time block your time and not sit there for 8 hours and scroll and not feel like you did a goddamn thing, it's so much better. It's so much better when you see your inbox blowing up, when you see people commenting on your stuff, when you're having those genuine conversations because you're not thinking about a sale, you're thinking about relationship. Would I go out and walk my cat with this person? That's what I say to myself. Would I go out and go to the park with this person? Would I go out and have drinks with this person? Because if not, don't need them. Like, make sure you're building intentional relationships. So let's start on Instagram. Go ahead and let's start on, make sure also your products are on your stories. If you are not taking the products, which I'm sure all of you are because what we have our hands on is gold, why aren't you sharing that? When you wake up, it's immune to me to just take my cell phone with me to my capsules and I share my capsules. I share it in a different way every day. I go live making my shake. I go live putting my patch on. Share your products. So your products should be up in your stories. You should have taken a picture of this work with me already. Sorry, y'all, if you're in the waiting room. I'm trying to admit all of you. So let's start on Instagram. We're going to do 5 minutes on story interactions. I actually heard a little tip the other day that I really liked, so I'm going to start with that. While you're interacting on your stories, go to your story, go to your if you're somebody who posts all day long like I am, you're gonna have a story that's a bunch of, really long. Go to your first one, like the last one, right? With all the views, go through those people. Go to the bottom, interact with those people because those are people that are constantly interacting with you. So you want to show love back to those people because they're constantly on your stories and watching you. So go and interact with them and then do interactions on stories. And we're going to do that for about 5 minutes. And I'm going to mute myself so you don't hear my background. And a tip for people that are new, I don't want to just talk like y'all have been here forever in case there is new people. On Instagram, when you're on there, a lot of the times you're going to see thrivers on there. Mute them. I love y'all. I interact with y'all, but do that on your own time. You don't want to, when you're being intentional with your time and you're growing your business, you don't want to interact with thrivers all the time. You hear leaders say that all the time. Don't do it. It's a waste of it. You know what I mean? You're just wasting time. So mute them, go all the way, scroll all the way to the back of your stories. Or sometimes I like to stop right in the middle and then work my way back and then work my way back to the front and do it that way. Do what works for you. It's about 2 more minutes, guys. I have a timer set so I don't forget. Don't worry. All right, we have about 30 seconds to finish up on the interaction that you're on stories. Okay. We are going to go on to our Insta feed now for about 5 minutes. I like to, this is kind of where I unfollow. I don't really have a certain day where I go and do mass unfollowing or anything like that. As I'm on my stories, as I'm going through my timeline, I like to delete people or unfollow people that I am constantly not talking to. If I am constantly seeing that I have nothing to react, I have nothing to relate to them, I'm not going to keep going, right? Like why? It's a waste of our time. And then we're constantly seeing people that aren't bringing value to our life. So I like to unfollow them. It's no sweat off my back. I have no problem unfollowing people. It's easier for me that way. If I don't sit there and mass unfollow and I do it as I go, that's just what works for me. Same with on my Instagram feed. Same thing as I'm going through. If these people are just, they're not my vibe, they're negative, if they're always complaining, if they're, you know what I mean? And I can't help them, or they're just not somebody that's really building a relationship with me back, I'm going to unfollow them. So let's spend about 5 minutes on our Instagram feed and interact through there. we have a little over a minute left, so finish up where you are. And then I'm gonna scoot on over, and while we're interacting, we're going to go to our least and our, I don't know if y'all have it, so I do not. Mine does not appear. If you go to your following and then you go to, you know, where you can sort it to like followed latest, or you can do followed earliest. Followed earliest is going to show you the people that you followed way back in middle school, and followed latest is going to be the people that you just followed 10 minutes ago or yesterday or whatever that is. So go and interact in there a little bit. I don't know if y'all have it, but I do not. Your girl's not lucky. There used to be a least interacted that you could interact in, and a most shown in feed. I used to go in my least interacted a lot, and that was where I would unfollow, because those people I'm obviously not interacting with. I would either go in there and see if there's something I'm missing, if they just like got lost in the mix kind of a thing, or sometimes I'm like, oh, I have nothing in common with them and they haven't posted in 19 years, so I'm going to delete them. So let's go in there, whether you have the least interacted or you're doing the people you followed latest. Let's just interact in there for about 3 minutes, and then we're going to move on to growing our network. And I have some tips that I use for over there. I'm going to do 3 minutes. And for anybody that doesn't know how to do that, just in case, you go to your Instagram, you go to your following, and there's going to be 2 little arrows. And if you click on that, you can pick either date followed latest or date followed earliest. And if you guys have the least interacted with, it's going to be, as soon as you go to your following, you're going to see it right in there. My boyfriend's playing his video games and I can hear him through 2 closed doors, so I'm going to mute myself for a minute. About 1 more minute there, and then we'll move on. I'm trying not to keep y'all forever, so. Okay, so let's go and grow our network on Instagram for a little bit. What I'd like to do is, like I stated when I started, I work a full-time job. For y'all that work a full-time job, some of you maybe work in the same town that you live in. Maybe some of you travel a little further. I personally, I travel about 25, 30 minutes to work every day. So I like to, when I'm interacting in my explore feed, or growing my network in my explore feed, I like to search not just the place I live, but places I go often. Some people go to a mall a lot. Some people like to go to certain stores, TJ Maxx. If you're somebody, I'm a thrifter, y'all. Like, it's very rare that you will see me buy something brand new. I don't care how much money your girl makes. I like to thrift shop. So I like to go and search a lot of thrifters that do the same thing as me. I like to search people. My best friend Whitney likes to go to TJ Maxx a lot. We're both cat moms. So we both interact a lot with cat moms, people that have like interests like us. Search restaurants that you go to, or certain towns that are popular around you. I have Dartmouth College near me, so a lot of the times I'll search that because I have a lot of college kids that need what I have on there. What else? Make sure of course you're gonna relate to your fives list, y'all. If you're like, I don't have anything, if I don't have anybody to grow my network with today, don't go to other thrivers and use their friends and grow your network through their friends. Don't do it. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, you're just doing a disservice to your business, because 9 times out of 10, that thriver is either already interacting with them or they're already a customer of theirs. So I don't do it. I'm not a fan of it. If I see a thriver interacting, it's, somehow I follow somebody who a thriver is already heavily interacting with them, I'm not going to keep following them, obviously, because they're already interacting with another thriver. That's just my personal preference. I like to do that. So I like to search tags. My fives are, I'm a gamer girlfriend. My boyfriend is a big gamer. I'm an accountant. I am a person who lost my mother. So I am a daughter of somebody who has a deceased parent at a very young age. I am a cat mom. I like thrifting. I like shopping. They're like everything, things that you wouldn't think anybody else likes. Go and search those places, the restaurants that you like to go to, the stores that you stop at all the time. Other people do the same exact things. Yes, girl, cat mom for life. Also, I saw your post. This stroller is life. If you don't have one, hands down, go look at my page. I have pictures of her. I interact in cat mom groups heavily, and I have met a lot of people there. Sorry, start while I'm talking. Go ahead and interact, grow your network for 5 minutes. I'm a talker. But I like to go in my cat moms, y'all, and I post pictures of Hazel all the time. And I literally put her in the stroller and we were just sitting on the porch. I do my self-development every single morning on the porch with my cat. And I took a picture of my cat just sitting in her stroller. She got like 1,000 comments. She got all these likes. Like, people love her. People were sending me pictures of their double and triple stroller. People were sending me pictures of what they do with their cats when they're walking them down the road, like backpacks that they get, certain things. Like, I built genuine relationships because the people that I thought were going to laugh at me or pick on me for posting my cat in a stroller, they all love that. Like, and there was people just like me out there, but with double and triple strollers. So don't shy away from things that make you happy. Who gives a shit? Sorry, excuse my language. Who cares? If it makes you happy and you relate to it, you want to find people that are the exact same way. You don't want somebody that you don't have anything in common with, because when they join your team, what are y'all going to talk about? Right? Like, find people that you actually have things in common with. My team is built from people, some of them I've never even met in my life, right? Most of them. But I built a genuine relationship with them. I got to pour into them. I got to get their kids' names, what their cats' names are, what they do with their cats, what they do with their parents, what they do on, for vacations, what their favorite dinner is. Like, we talk about favorite books that we read. I don't think of the people that I'm interacting as, oh, what can I do to shove Thrive down their throat? No, I say, oh my God, this girl's dope. I want to hang out with her all the time. So I'm going to build a genuine relationship with her. I would go and hang out with her in real life. So when you're growing your network, grow your network. Don't be like, oh, well, her profile picture looks weird, or don't be judgy. First of all, you don't know her. You don't know that girl's story. Like, just because she has whatever it is, don't judge people, y'all. Go and interact with them. You might have things in common. Just because someone looks a certain way doesn't mean anything. We're not here to be the prettiest girl in the room. We're here to be the most abundant. Okay. So go and be intentional and grow relationships with people that you would sit down and eat dinner with. That's how I like to do it. We have about, I'll give you guys a minute and a half because I haven't even done it yet. So do about a minute and a half on there, and then we'll switch over. Y'all, the amount of cold messages I get a day is like absurd lately. I just want to say that. It's out of this world. I also reels lately. If somebody has like 50,000 followers and I really like their reels and stuff like that, I'm not going to go follow them and interact with them, obviously, because they have 90,000 followers. But as I'm on my explore feed or I'm going through reels when I'm scrolling, if there's somebody that I like, I don't care if they're in another network marketing company or not, I'm going to interact with them. They have like-minded things with me. I like their content. So don't also shy away from other people that are in other network marketing companies, because they might not be happy over there. They might need what we have. They might not have the community that we have. So they're going to watch you. They're going to be inspired by you, and they're going to want to join your team. Maybe not, but maybe. And either way, you made a friend out of it, and you have somebody to go through this industry with that does the same exact thing as you, maybe in a different way, but you're not alone here. Don't let, build relationships. That's what social media is for. If someone's in your inbox like, hey, do I know you? Bye. Nope, I guess not. But you're also like, we're on social media to be friends. So if someone's doing that, they're not here to build friendships, and that's okay, because not everybody is. So make sure you posted the work with me onto Instagram and saved it to your camera roll. Make sure your products are obviously up on your stories. And then save that to your camera roll. So that way, when you go over to Facebook, which we're going over right now, you can post everything that I always kill two birds in one stone. I make everything on Instagram, and then I just post it over to my Facebook, everything, literally. So let's go over to Facebook. If you have not done your birthdays this morning, this is a good way to unfollow people also. I'm going to give you guys about 1 or 2 minutes to go ahead and make sure you said happy birthday to everybody on your profile. I go through here and I unfollow men. I have a boyfriend, first of all. Second of all, I don't have a lot of things in common with them. Maybe you guys want a guy team or whatever, that's fine. I just don't have a lot of things in common with them. A lot of them are from high school that are doing nothing with their lives and not even like active. Men aren't really, you know what I mean? So for me, it's easier that way. If they're not active, if I don't have anything in common with them, I get rid of them right there. Everybody has a birthday every single day. So if you are not utilizing this to go on and see who's on your Facebook, you can literally see every single person on your Facebook, because everybody has a birthday throughout the year, right? So you can not only interact with them, but you can wish them a happy birthday, whether you choose to private message them or just DM them on their wall, whatever works for you. It's going to be different per preference. I kind of switch it up. Sometimes I'll send them a private, if I know them, I'm usually going to send them a private message and kind of put some love into it. Sometimes if I don't know them, I still put love into it. I don't just write happy birthday. I tell them to have a great day. I hope they have great plans. And that kind of sparks a conversation to be like, oh, well, what are you doing? Where are you going? Like, so there's that. So go ahead and make sure you said happy birthday to everybody. And if you have already done that, go ahead and start on your Facebook stories. There's 2 different ways to go into your Facebook stories. You can either go into your messenger and you can go to people. Instead of chats, there's going to be chats and then people. Click on people and you can kind of scroll through them and see who you want to interact with. If you're seeing thrivers, mute them. If you're seeing people that you don't have anything in common with, get rid of them, mute them, unfollow them, unfriend them, whatever you need to do. Go ahead and interact on stories and do birthdays for about 5 minutes. I'm going to set a timer. Holly, I got a backpack while I'm on that. So I got a backpack for Hazel. It's in my car, but it's small. I don't know if she's going to fit in it. How do you fit your cat in it? I need private message me. So we're not doing it on here, but I'm curious. I am hella curious.
Yes, but a very cute moose. We call the boy.
Samantha Susan on Instagram. You can find me on there. My name's Samantha Russell. Sorry. Probably should have said that. If you just hopped on, we are interacting on Facebook stories right now. And if you haven't done your happy birthdays this morning, make sure you say happy birthday to everybody. And that's kind of what I was telling people that that's where I unfollow. So that's where we're at right now. We have about a minute and a half left on there. Talking to myself here. I didn't unmute myself. So now we're all done with there. We are going to interact on our feed. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but you can kind of just like start scrolling through your feed now. And as you're scrolling, and then if you scroll back up a little bit, you're going to have something at the top that shows home. It's going to show favorites, and it's going to show most recent. Most recent is obviously, it's going to be the people that are posting now 10 seconds ago, not 4 days ago that people are commenting on those posts. So let's interact for like 3-ish minutes in the home feed, the regular feed, and then I'll set another timer for 3 minutes and we'll go over to our most recent so we can kind of get both of them. I also want to talk about, go ahead and start doing that. There is a favorites tab at the top where your most recent is. And I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't know if my phone's going to let me. If you start scrolling on your Facebook, like on your regular feed, and then scroll up, it's going to come up with a bar over the top, and it's going to show home, favorites, recent. If there is somebody that you're interacting with all the time, constantly, you want to see their posts first, you want to be able to, you know, find them and kind of filter them through Facebook, mark them when you're interacting with them, mark them as your favorite. There's like a star on there, on their profile, or like when you're interacting with them that you can click and make them a favorite. And that way you can interact with your favorites at a certain time. I usually will take a couple minutes and interact in there. And those are the people that are my potentials, the people that I am constantly talking to on the daily, people that I don't want to miss their post or their kids post or whatever it is, so I can be the first one to interact with them. Because we all know Facebook filters it. So that's something that I personally do that I've started recently doing that works for me. So I wanted to share it. So let's do 3 minutes on regular feed, and then I'll do another 3 minutes on most recent. I'll tell y'all when we're switching.
Karina, we believe healthy weight cut food should be great.
And same thing with Facebook. I don't have a certain way I unfollow on here as I'm interacting. If I notice that I don't have anything in common with them, same over and over and over again, or period, just get rid of them, y'all. Make room for people that you're going to interact with them. Don't think as, oh my God, I just lost a sale. No, you're making room for people that are actually going to bring intention into your life, that are going to, you're going to have something in common with. You don't want a bunch of people that you have nothing in common with on your Facebook. Because then you're just scrolling and not being intentional with your time, praying and hoping on a sale. Don't do that. You're spinning your wheels. About 1 more minute, and then we're going to switch over to most recent and interact there for 3 minutes. Go ahead and switch over to your most recent feed, and we're going to give it about 3-ish minutes and do it over there. Make sure we don't miss people, that are posting. If you see people that are literally only posting memes, get rid of them, right? They're not really active on social media if they're doing that. If you don't have anything to relate to them, you're not posting memes all day, every day, get rid of them. About 2 more minutes. Okay, we're all done there. So now let's go and we're going to finish up on Facebook by growing our network a little bit. I know this is a little bit harder than on Instagram. I really steered away from groups, but I'm telling you, when you find groups that really relate to you, where they're not negative people in there, where they're people that seriously have like common interests as you, you're going to find it to be an amazing place to interact and find your people. Okay. I really like to, this is where your fives comes in again. Dog mom, cat mom, boy mom, girl mom, New Hampshire mom, New Hampshire cat mom, Florida cat mom, whatever it is. Maybe you're an accountant. Maybe you want babes that are doing the same exact thing as you. Kind of anxiety warrior groups, depression groups. I'm in grieving, I lost my mom of cancer. So I'm in a lot of groups like that so that I have people that have lost their moms too. Some really young, some are older. It doesn't matter when you lose your mom, it still sucks. So knowing that you're not alone is really nice. So when you're growing your network, go to there. Do not go to other Thrivers and add their friends. It's not helping you. I swear, I promise to you, if you are constantly seeing on your feed other Thrivers interacting with the same people over and over again, and you're not, right? And you haven't been, just get rid of them. You're not bringing value, right? You don't need to blow up this one person. You're like, oh, well, they liked another Thriver's post, so I'm going to go and follow them. No, don't do that, because what do you have in common with them? What is that doing for your business? Obviously, those two are interacting for a reason. So I like to not do that. I really also try to steer away from my, people you may know. Sometimes I'll go in there. If I see that we only have like a couple mutual friends, great. If I see that we have like 700 million and 90 of them are Thrivers, I'm not going to follow them. So be intentional with it. Don't, sometimes don't worry about, oh, does this person have, something to do with my fives or whatever. You can go through when you're interacting and unfollow them. When you're in your friends list, you can filter through there too. We'll do that after for a couple minutes after we grow our network, and I'll show you how to do that. So focus on groups, common interests. Sometimes I go to my current friends, stuff like that. Think of your common interests, things that you have in common. Facebook does tags too, so you can do hashtags, search hashtags. Restaurants on there too, same thing. So go ahead and however you grow your network and however works for you, go ahead and do that on Facebook for about 4-ish more minutes. And if you're already in groups and you want to go ahead and interact in there, you can do that too. If you've already grown your network and you're interacting today, whatever your focused IPA is, for all of you, it may be different. So if you're already in a bunch of groups and you just want to kind of go and grow your network in there, go ahead. If you are not in any groups or you're in a bunch of groups that have nothing to do with you, that you've been in since you were in middle school, get rid of them and replace them with groups that you actually want to be in, that you get excited to go and interact in every day. And find your people. If you don't know how to get to your groups, you go to your menu, the 3 lines on Facebook, and then you just click on your groups and it'll show you all of your groups. And that's kind of where, if you want to just search a group and find a group, you can search right on Facebook and find cat mom groups or whatever group you want to find, dog mom, a Rottweiler, a certain cat that you have, whatever it is. Get down in depth with it. Get people that really have interests with you and common things, because they're going to go on your social media. They're going to watch all your cat posts, your dog posts. They're going to see that you're a real person, that you're not just trying to sell them something. if there's decor you like, sorry, I'm going through my groups. If there's certain stuff like that, farmhouse, if you have a boho theme, if you have a black theme, a white theme, whatever. If you like dye projects, go there. If you're somebody who's really crafty, I have like my friend is, so she likes crafts and stuff like that. She goes into like people that have those crickets and stuff like that, like sewing groups, stuff like that. Everybody has so many different interests. And there's so many people out there in groups that want that connection, that are praying for people to come in and connect with them, right? That's why they're all in there. About 2 more minutes. Okay, now we're gonna go and do, before I get off of here, I wanna go to your friends, and you can interact kind of on here the same way you do on Instagram. If you go to your friends and go to sort, it's going to allow you to see the newest friends first. Those are gonna be the people that just added you 10 minutes ago. And then if you go to earliest, it's gonna be the people that joined you when you were back in high school watching High School Musical with your friends. So go there and interact for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna hop off as you please after about a couple minutes. Thanks for hopping on, y'all. I was super nervous and I'm so glad I did it. If you have not hosted a work with me yet, just go do it. Stop shying away from the leader that you want to be, because it's a little scary. I know it's nerve-wracking, especially because it's not just your team that you're talking to anymore. You're talking to other people's teams too, people that have never seen you before or met you. But that's what we're here for. Go live, go do the scary thing, get bold with this sale this weekend, y'all. It's huge, right? Get bold with it. Have fun with your team. I'm doing a bunch of little giveaways with my team this weekend to see who can get the most sales, whatever. Have fun with it. I like to have fun with them. I'll send them boxes of Activate or a new product that they haven't been able to order because they don't have products, or product credit or whatever it is. Help your team out, sis, because those girls are they lead by example. I never miss a training, never miss a training. Why? Because I want my girls to know when they hop on that I'm on there too, doing the same exact thing. I cannot go and tell my team to do all of these things when I don't do it. So that is why I go live every single day, not on one platform, 2 platforms. I am always having an op story, new op story. I make new op stories daily. I make probably 3 to 4 reels daily and then put them in my drafts, and I post them all throughout the week. I started this business working 2 full-time jobs. Okay. I completely support my dad as well as my bills too. That's a lot. I am 26 years old. My mom died when I was 18. And it wasn't by choice. Obviously she got cancer my 8th grade year of high school, and me and my dad lost everything. I lost my house that I grew up in for 22 years. I lost my car, repoed, 2 cars repoed. Then I had to go through and I had to figure out how to be a woman. I had to figure out how to be an adult and live, grow my, like, be an adult and make a life, like, which my mom was supposed to, you know what I mean? It was hard, and take care of my dad. I was grieving. Like, it was hard, y'all, but it grew me into this massive person. I could have let that kill me. I could have gone down a way different path in my life after my mom left me. Okay. My dad did. He became a drunk. He's a wicked alcoholic. I have to completely take care of him. Instead, I prospered through that. I've been working since I was 15 and a half years old, right? So to find something that made it so that I don't have to work 2 jobs for the rest of my life, I was able to leave my second job almost a year ago. I do still work my full-time job. I don't have kids. I have been dipping my toes into coming home full-time, but I am so accustomed to the full-time life that I'm just not ready for it yet. And the way I see it and the way my boyfriend see it is when I'm ready, I'll know. and not money wise, you need to be ready up here too. You need to be ready to do that. It's a big step. So I decided that I am now working towards that. I was able to take my car payment. I was so far in car debt in this car that's out here that I had people calling me all like, I was so far in debt in this car. I was paying $100 a week on my car. Okay. I took that car and paid a 5-year car loan off in a year. Why? Because I decided I was going to. I decided I was not going to struggle anymore, that I was not going to not see my boyfriend anymore, that I was not going to work. Sis, I was waking up at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, working my business until 7, driving to my full-time job, working my business in every nook and cranny of my day. Then I would leave. I'd work my full-time job 8 to 5. And then from 5:10 to midnight, I was working my second job. I had 2 full-time jobs. I didn't have a weekend, but you know what? I showed up to every single work with me. I showed up to every single training. I put in the work, and that is why I'm sitting here today, not working 2 full-time jobs. That is why I'm able to have a savings account. I was able to call my dad up and pay his bills in full a couple months ago and help him. I was able to pay his mortgage, right? That was huge for me. I got to get out of debt in my car. That was huge for me. My boyfriend hasn't been working since February. We didn't get unemployment. I made my own unemployment. How about that? That is what I did. Why? Because I decided. So if you're still making excuses as to why you can't make this a thing, you need to stop shying away from what's going to make you great, sis. Because in a year and 2 years, maybe it's going to take you a little longer than other people. That's fine. But if you're not putting in the work, if you're not doing more today than you did yesterday to get to your 5-year goal, if you do not go to bed every day and said, I did everything today. Everything that I did today was going to get me to the woman I want to be in 5 years. You should not go to bed. I'm going to go. My red's coming out. But seriously, run your damn business. If you want this to be a full-time thing, run it like it already is your full-time thing. That is what I have done since day one. I never shied away. I never made an excuse as to why I couldn't show up. Never. I made the time. If I had to stay up later and watch a couple replays, that's what I did. If I had to wake up 4 hours before I needed to, before I went to my 2 full-time jobs, y'all are making excuses because you have 1 full-time job and you don't have time. Try working 2. In running this business. I went 4K in a month and lost it all. Everything, all of it. And I kept going. And now my team is closing out around 2022 and I am earning 40K. I wake up every morning, message Rochelle and say I'm 40K. I'm earning another $12,000 bonus. Because I am. And I scream it from the rooftops to my lives, my friends. When I earned that $12,000 bonus last time, I didn't know if I was going to, right? You don't know, but I screamed it as though I already got it. When I wasn't even 12K, I was talking to people as though I already was. I was leading my team as though I already was. Now I decided, okay, well, I want to step up into 40K, so I need to show up as a different leader. I need to show up as that 40K leader. So are you showing up as the leader that you think that you're supposed to be, or are you showing up as the leader that you want to be? Ask yourself that. Share this promo, scream it from the rooftops, go live, get bold. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Do not aim to be the prettiest girl, or who cares if your hair is a mess or your house is a mess. Sis, I don't care. I go live every single day and I don't care what it looks like around me. And I'm this hype all the time and they feel my energy. And they're like, I need what that girl has because she's crazy. But they see it, they feel it. If you're just putting a post up and saying, oh my God, I feel so good, I took my capsules, and then you're MIA for the day, what the hell, what do they have to relate to? Nothing. So show up and show them your life. If your kids are running around naked, show that, because chances are other kids are too. If you're trying to potty train your kid and he is just not getting it and pooping on the floor, great, share that, because other people are going through that too. If you're walking your cat in a stroller, share it. If you're going to your full-time job, share it. Don't shy away from it because you don't want to be there. Show other babes that what you're doing to make sure that, because when you're not at that full-time job anymore, those people that watched you get there are going to say, holy shit. They're going to say, I can do the same thing. Sam just did that and she was working 2 full-time jobs. Why can't I do that? She just went first, so she's going to show me how. But if they don't know what you have your hands on and you're not speaking it into existence for these people and showing what you have your hands on, they have nothing to relate to. These people are not just going to hop in your inbox. Why would you be entitled and think that people are just going to hop in your inbox for no reason? You need to bring value to their life. I talk to the people that are struggling, that can't pick themselves up out of bed every day, that are working 90-hour weeks, that are working 100-hour weeks, that are away from their babies, that are away from their boyfriend, that don't get to go see their dad, that don't get to take care of their parents, whatever it is. I talk to those people and I bring them along my journey. Whether you're barely getting 1,000 in volume or you're getting 90,000 in volume, you should show up the same exact way. Consistency always wins. If you are half foot in and half foot out, that's how you're going to be forever. When you decide, you decide. And that's just how it is. If you sit around and tiptoe around this business, tiptoe around it, you're forever going to do that. Stop shying away from it. Share it from the rooftops. Be you. People love you and you don't even know it. You're so worried. You are the biggest critic of yourself. I swear to you. I used to do it. You want to know something funny? I have never replayed one of my lives. Never. Never. I don't ever even watch them. Why? Because the only person judging you is you. You are your own worst critic. I promise you. Nobody else is like, oh my God, why is she wearing that shirt for the third day in a row? No one cares. And if they do, bye. There's a reason they're watching you. I promise you. So show up, because if you keep showing up and then not, and then showing up and not, those people don't want to join you. They don't want to be on your team. They want somebody who's going to show up every single day for them and you. If you can't show up for you, how are you going to show up for a 40K team? How are you going to preach to your team if you don't even believe in yourself? You can't believe in somebody else and tell them to believe in themselves if you don't believe in yourself and you don't go first and you don't show up to the trainings and you don't go live and you don't share your products. Stop just showing your 3 steps and piecing for the day. Go live every day. Pick a platform and go live. I don't care if it's just making your shake. Get uncomfortable, because I can promise you, staying in the comfort zone is keeping and giving you the same exact results. If you're not doing today more than what you did yesterday to get better results, you're going to get the same results. If you're trying to go 12K, what are you doing today that was more than you did yesterday? These are huge bonuses, huge life-changing bonuses. Could you imagine looking at your man and being like, not only did I just matched my full-time income in 1 week, 1 week's paycheck. Could you imagine that? Because I got to do it. When the unemployment denied us, I got to say, it's fine. I got us. And I do. So stop shying away from it. Stop making excuses and go show up as the badass bitch that you are. Okay? I'll see y'all next Saturday. I'm Red. I'm done being Red. I'm sorry. This is me, but love y'all. Thanks for coming on. Happy 4th.